Hey Dragon Slayers! Today's video is about things to do every day on the PE diet. So, number one is have a fasting window, a bare minimum of 12 hours overnight. Number two would be eat some protein. Everyone should target around 1 gram per pound of desired body weight. Number three, max out on muscular tension, one set of push, pull, and legs to failure. Number four, max out on power production, brief and high intensity sprint intervals. Find your comfort zone and then get out of it. Feel hunger before eating. Feel cold from thermal loading. I'm not sure what this one means. I looked it up. I couldn't find anything. If anybody out there is a Dr. Ted Damon fan, please educate me. I have no idea what thermal loading means. Number three is to feel muscular failure from exercise. And then he talks about how you need to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Don't eat until you're actually hungry. Allow yourself to be in a mildly cold environment without reaching for the thermostat. Okay, this makes sense. Maintaining body temperature used to be a calorie burn that is automatically built into everyone's every day. Make sure you are putting a high amount of tension on all of your muscles at least once briefly every day. Okay, so thermal loading, that makes sense. I prefer it cool. I mean, you probably have noticed that I'm always wearing a hoodie because I love having a cool environment. I would rather be cold than hot any day. And you definitely burn more calories when you're in a cooler environment. You also sleep better. They've been able to prove this. So, my personal fasting window is bare minimum 18 hours. I try to go at least 18 hours every day, even on weekends, Saturday and Sunday. That's what I find comfortable for me is an 18-hour window, and then I have two meals. So I will usually eat one meal and then wait maybe 3, 4 hours, eat a second meal. That's kind of my baseline. I've been toying around with the idea of pushing it out further and trying some like rotating 36-hour fast. We'll see. I'm not completely sold on that yet. Because honestly, I don't like fasting. I know it sounds funny to say or to hear me say that, but fasting is very difficult. And, I've done all sorts of fasts in the past, and I hate fasting. I can do intermittent fasting, no problem. So, like 12 hours a day, no problem. 16 hours is kind of no problem either. But when I start to go beyond like 20 hours, it's tough. So I definitely feel you guys out there. If you're struggling, it took a long time for me to build up to that point. I love food. I love to eat. So I like the idea of eating every day. But I've got goals. So I might experiment with a few more 36-hour or rolling 36-hour fasts in the future. We'll see. Protein, obviously, very, very important. The bulk of my diet is protein. Some people say to eat your greens first. I eat my meat first, right? I get at least. I mean, I'm a big guy, so I'm 245 pounds at 6'3". So I try to get in at least a pound and a half of protein a day. Usually beef, sometimes chicken and fish, but usually beef. And I prefer, because I lift weights, I prefer a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. I think that's what works best for my body. Maybe you prefer a different schedule, or maybe you prefer calisthenics. And then I've been saving my sprinting to Tuesdays and Thursdays. I don't really like working out on the weekend. I live in a very hot, humid area. So during the months of basically April all the way till October, it's too hot to be outside. It's usually over 100 degrees. It's terrible. So when I move to a cooler environment, I will probably get in more cardio. But for now, I limit myself to 2 days a week. If I'm feeling really ambitious, I can sometimes throw in a little bit of a workout on the weekend, but that's just the schedule that I'm doing today, and that's what works best for me. So that's what I've got for you guys today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out so much, guys. And remember, together, you and I will slay the dreaded diabetes dragon.